Hello, dear friends. Just so you know, I think this will be the last Friday video I'll be doing for the time being, and I wanted to use it to encourage us to pray. Our current term of discipleship groups is coming to an end. There'll be a new round of groups starting in May, and I'll hear about those soon. But for the last several weeks, I've been part of a group that's been meeting each Wednesday evening to pray together for an hour, and it's been such an encouragement to spend time together with other people and to pray together, to pray for the church, to pray for one another, to pray for God to do good and for his kingdom to come. And really each time I set aside time to pray, whether it's with others or on my own, whether it's an hour or 30 minutes or whatever it might be, it always feels like a cost because there's always other things that I could be doing, but it never fails to encourage me. And I can't think of a time when I've finished and thought, oh, I could have spent that time better. It does you good to pray. And what's more, we need to pray. It's the strong encouragement throughout the Bible. Ephesians chapter 6 says, always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. We're told to pray continually, to pray for those in leadership in the church, to pray for those in leadership in government. It's how we find peace. Philippians chapter 4 says that it's as we thank God and pray that God's superpowered peace comes and settles in our hearts and pushes aside all the worries and anxieties. I need that. And I think that many of you need that too. It's so we find peace through prayer. It's also our duty. It's how the gospel and the kingdom advances, and where God has given us this great mission to go into the world to make disciples. It's not just through our cleverness and hard work, it's through prayer. So both in the Lord's Prayer in Matthew chapter 6, we see Jesus teaches his followers to pray, God, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And then in Matthew 9, he says, pray to the Lord of the harvest to send out workers into the harvest. So Jesus teaches us that we're to be praying. It's an essential part of how the kingdom advances. And it's not just an afterthought. It's not just I'll fit it in if there's time. It's meant to be a duty for us to pray. Now, there is always plenty to pray for. Some things that we have been thinking about in the eldership team and would love to encourage you to be praying into especially are a few things. And so just some of them would be strengthening for the church as we come out of restrictions, that it's not just a return to normal as we come out of the COVID restrictions, but really a new season, new opportunities for us as a church. And so I want to ask that you would pray for us, that we'd be a church that's built on healthy foundations throughout. As we've been going for almost 8 weeks now, this Healthy Church series we've been teaching on, that in all of that we would see a church where every individual in the church family would be devoted to Jesus, would see God as being so worthy and wonderful and delightful, so awe-inspiring, that hearts would be devoted to him, that we'd be built on solid foundations. I want to ask that you would pray for workers, for willing hearts to do God's work, and that means all of us. It means all of us finding our places, doing all that we can to honour one another, to see the gospel advance. And if you're not sure what that might mean for you, do get in touch. We'd love to help you find out where you can serve, where there's gaps. There's plenty of teams that need sort of re-establishing as we start to meet together again and building up again. And so get in touch. You can email me, dan@wearekingsgate.org. You can email care@wearekingsgate.org. We'd love to put you in touch with people so you can find where's a good fit for you. I want to encourage you to pray for strengthening of some particular teams in the church as well, the eldership, the deacons and the trustees. So the elders, that's me and Darren and Adam, and it's important for a church to have a healthy eldership team because they shepherd the church, they guard the church from unhelpful teaching, they help to guide the church and lead and teach and pray for the church. And that needs to be a strong team, and I'm really grateful for Darren and Adam. They're a wonderful men to serve alongside. But we want to grow and advance, and that means we're looking to the future and thinking, well, who's coming up? Who's going to be able to come and join this team, whether from inside the church or people that God brings in from elsewhere. We want to see the eldership team grow, because we want to be a church that is able to grow and to plant new churches ultimately. And so I want to ask that you would pray for that, for strengthening of us, me and Darren and Adam, and that God would raise up new elders as well who can serve the church faithfully. I want to ask for strengthening of the deacons team. Deacons are men and women who carry weight and lift burdens from the eldership, so that we can focus especially on teaching and prayer. At the moment, our team of deacons is Patrick and Corrie and Julia, and they do a wonderful job. We are really grateful for them. And again, I think we're looking and thinking we want to see more deacons. Already there's plenty that those three are carrying, and we'd love to see more be able to step up alongside them and help shoulder that load. So to be praying for them and praying for more deacons too. We'll be praying for strengthening of the trustees team, who, just like the deacons, do a quite hidden often but tremendous job of ensuring that we do things at Kingsgate with integrity, that we do things legally and safely, that the gospel is not undercut by mismanagement or carelessness. And we have a wonderful team of trustees. We'd love to see some more people emerging who are able to take a place on that team and to serve the church well. So, friends, will you join us in praying for these things? Thank you so much for all that you do, and I look forward to seeing you soon. God bless you.